Hey y'all, and welcome back. Today I want to share with you what I got from Hobonichi, the 2026 Hobonichi launch. My box from Yoseka Stationery just came in today on September 16th. So I ordered at 9 p.m. on August 21st. So I'm going to get this stuff out of the box, but I haven't looked through it all yet. And we'll look at it together. Okay, so here is everything out of the box. I've tried to just kind of lift it out of there pretty much. So let's get into this first. I told you in my last video, one of my last videos, that I was super drawn to the squirrels. And so I picked up the Hobonichi papers. I really like these. I feel like people, I don't know, I don't feel like I see people get these very much, but these Hobonichi papers are these little notebooks, but they're not exactly notebooks because these are tear out pages. So like you could probably use it as a notebook, but it's very likely that after a while, I don't know, I mean, they're glue bound. They might stay in fine. I use this to jot things down and then tear them out, or even I'll leave them in there for a little while, but once I get back a few pages, I'll kind of tear them out. So I have several of these that, I've used a third or a half of them, and they're just, they're cute and they fit inside. Actually, I have one right here. They fit inside the A6 covers. So it gives me a way to use some of my covers that are not always being used. And, a great little place to jot something down, tear it out, take it with you, send it in a package, whatever. This one has to keep a pin in it right now because this cover doesn't stay closed. But yeah, so I love the little Hobonichi papers, and they're not very expensive. It's not Tomoe River paper. Like, it works fine with fountain pens, but I wouldn't say it's made for fountain pens, So, oh my gosh, look how cute. So anyway, I got me a squirrel one because I love these illustrations so much. So let's open this in a second. Though I know you probably already saw it. Now let's get into this little package. Trying not to be too noisy. This is something I've never bought before. I'm excited to look at that. Here's the little Yoseka card. Oh, look how sweet. It has a bunch of the different, like, sort of Hobonichi themes. This was created by one of the Yoseka employees. I apologize. I don't remember the name. I see a little tiny squirrel. I see some little, like, Yumi Kitagishi-esque characters. Look at the little cat. The little I was gonna say Gigapet. What are they called? Oh, Tamagotchi. All I could think was Pokemon. Like, I know, Tamagotchi. Little Tamagotchi characters, a couple of those. That's really sweet. That is a really cute. And then on top of the planner stack, I really like that. That's gonna maybe, I have a wall in front of me that I have some of these kind of postcard things taped to. I picked up this little pack of stickers also that is not Hobonichi, but they were just adorable little flying squirrels. Because I went to the Yoseka website and I just searched squirrel to come up with all the squirrel things. And when I saw these, I was like, yeah, those are cute. I haven't been buying stickers much this year because I just have so many. But anyway, added those. These are the little A6 folders in the 100% orange squirrels pattern or designs. This little guy, precious. This is what has kept me, like, knowing this was coming is the only thing that has kept me from buying a Weeks with this print on it. So this is what's holding me back from buying the Squirrel Weeks, because the Squirrel Weeks, just, like, I love it. It's so hilariously cute. So I have the little folder. It's just blue on the back. But, that gives me the design in a less expensive format. And then here's the same little squirrel in the tree. And these are all just, like, basically solid on the back, the little logo. All right. Then, as you can see, I did end up getting some Yumi Kitagishi, a couple of things. These stickers I thought were adorable and kind of pricey for one sheet of stickers, but I thought this is a way for me to integrate more Yumi Kitagishi into my life without buying all the things. So I grabbed the stickers. I was like, what is stuck on here? My two little Yoseka stationery stickers. This is called, I don't remember what these are called. You know, the like English name. But basically this is just, am I right? There's a little wrapper. It's just a little stack of like note papers. Yeah, oh look, the back is like a dot grid and blank. So you can write on the back. I was thinking that you sort of wrote on the, I know that's maybe silly now, but you maybe write on the front and fold it up. You know, I don't know. I don't know that I realized that the backs were essentially blank. But I love this too because now I have like like, you know, I could use these and I still have a little bit of these patterns, you know, that I could keep for myself. I'm probably going to put this back into the packaging to keep it kind of together for now until I know really where I'm going to store it where it's safe. All right, here are the big folders, the A5. All right, the A5 folders. So sweet. I mean, these squirrels are just hilarious. We've always liked squirrels in my family. I maybe started with my dad. He just, like, he calls things, that's really squirrely, kind of crazy, you know, weird or whatever. He'll say squirrely. And squirrels are just hilarious, you know? They're just cute. Like, I know people don't like squirrels when they, like, eat things they're not supposed to and stuff, but otherwise, like, you can't hate squirrels. They're just adorable and funny. So, anyway, those are the A5 folders. So, I think there are 5 completely different designs. I mean, this maybe has some repeat squirrels, but not much, if any. Immediately, I'm not seeing any repeats. So, yeah, I got all the squirrels. They're just cute as they can be. So, this is really fun, and I'm excited for those. This might be a surprise after my last video, but I did decide to get the Yumi Kitagishi, sorry if I said that wrong the first time, A5, I think it's called White Cat's Daily Life cover that I will use with my journal. This is going to be up for sale because I am not going to use a cousin next year. So this will be for sale on my Mercari. That's kind of where I've been throwing up a lot of stuff. Maybe I'll put a link to it in the description box. But I'm very excited for this. So cute. Like when I just got to looking at it, I was like, FOMO really is what got me, but I was like, I don't want to have missed out on this one because I knew that I probably would regret not having it. So I decided to go with this for my journal. I love, this is one of my favorite little squares. I've been looking at this for a while on the internet. This little square with the little friends is so cute. And then the little dog having a birthday, precious. All 4 of the little cheerleader friends. I love the little teapot cat and the elephant and the little alligator, the little teddy bear print. So I love this. It's very happy. Oh, look at her like peeking through the curtains. It's just so happy. And I knew I would really enjoy it. Let's see on the inside, there's this little card. It's cute. But then these little hearts are printed on. I know so many of y'all have seen this before, so I'm not going like really in depth because probably you've already watched 150 unboxings. That's how we do here, isn't it? Let's see if the inside. Oh yeah, the inside does have some different things. I love that. That is so fun. And so just like such a nice little touch, you know? So this is going to be sold. I'll get a little bit of my money back from what I spent. So that's everything from Yoseka, but surprise. Oh wait, also this. Let's get into these. I'm interested to see. These are actually a lot smaller than I expected, which is probably fine. Like, I'm not mad. I'm just my expectation was that they were a little bigger. But this is a roll of sticky notes. I was wondering how they tore, and they are perforated. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. So they are just sticky straight on the back. And they're just little sticky notes. You can tear them off. They're sticky. The whole back is sticky. But it's that kind of sticky that I don't think it would like leave any kind of, like I think you could pull it up. So there's 4 designs because that's the first one again. But aren't those cute? They're about, let's see, about 2, I'm going to guess 2.5 inches wide and about 1.5 inches tall. Yeah, I think that's about right. I tend to do a pretty good job at guesstimating inches like that. So, but yes, anyway, it's probably not a perfect description, but about 2.5 by 1.5 is what I'm going to say. So those are very cute, and I'm glad I got those. I will enjoy them. But surprise, I have more to show you. Because after I placed my Yoseka order, a little bit of time went by, and I just was thinking, like I did some research. Ooh, we talked about this in my last video. I wore a ring today that is made of bronze, and I've worn it a bunch, but it's like makes your finger green, you know, which is fine. It's normal, it's natural. But for some reason, my finger itches right now. I've never been allergic to this jewelry before. But I did some research online because I said in my last video that I would go find the picture book that these images came from. And came to find out this book went out of print. Oh, now I can't remember when. I want to say it was like the, okay, I'm going to say the mid 80s, but I might be completely wrong on that. Anyway, this book is not in print anymore. I couldn't find any like on eBay, you know, like I could not find one. You know, I was like, maybe the only way you might be able to find one is to like find a proxy in Japan who could find one in a thrift store. I don't know, you know. But when I learned that, I thought, you know what? I love this design so much. I'm going to go for it. So I did get the set, or both of these. I also have a Weeks here. We'll talk about that in a second. But this is the A6 cover. Look at the squirrels in the middle. I mean, they're so cute. This all is exactly how I pictured it was going to be, except here's what's really interesting. It has the little leathery tabs, which the Yumi Kitagishi ones have just had these straight things, which are fine, but I always like to have the little tabs on the ends. So here's the outside. Let me show you that. Very cute. Very cute. I love these little squirrel guys. They are just so happy. And what's interesting about this is this material. So like this one is nylon. You hear that? It's nylon, just like, you know, a lot of things that are made out of nylon. And it's, I mean, like I've had several covers with this material, you know, that's kind of the standard to me, like printed Hobonichi material. These are like neoprene is what I want to say. They feel to me like a thinner neoprene. They're not stretchy like neoprene's not stretchy, but you know, it kind of has like a little squishiness and kind of stretchy to it. This doesn't obviously, but that's what it feels like. It's like kind of slicker. it doesn't have that same like fingernail feel. Like this one you can see, you know, like the lines. This one there are no lines. So I do not know what this material is. Probably there's someone who's going to be like, duh, Sarah, it is blah, blah, blah material. But I don't know what it is. But it's very cool. So when I opened this, I was like, it's different from any other cover I've ever had. And I'm really happy with it. And I'll tell you in a minute why I am really okay with the fact that I bought all of these. But here's the A5. It's already on my current journal because I couldn't wait. And I love the marching squirrels. Let me open this up so you can see the whole thing. Look at them. They're marching. They're marching over the shoes. This one's like sliding down the shoe. Marching. This one, look at this one climbing. And this one that's like spanning the two pots. Love it. So cute. And then I love how they put like the cat on the front, but then here's the back half of the cat, or the back end of the cat with the marching squirrels. And then I wonder where I wonder if this is what the picture looks like in the book, you know? Or did they cut it somewhere here and like the cat is actually a whole cat in the book? Maybe it's actually just like this. Anyway, look at his umbrella and his tiny hat. This one has been to jail. But anyway, this makes me so happy. I will take out my journal. This has worked really well, putting this plastic on this sterling ink cover to make it slippery. Here's the inside. Again, like the sunshine, the neighborhood. It is so cute. And the fact that I know that like there's just not really a good chance of being able to get the picture book or being able to get these images, and how much I just really fell in love with them. I felt good about getting them. And I have sold, I want to say I have sold about 8 or 10 covers of both sizes, A5 and A6. Probably about 4 A5 covers and about 6 or 8 A6 covers, and I still have a couple for sale. And I've definitely made money enough to pay for these, as well as even the books, you know, which I'm not even keeping. So I'm gonna make a little money back on these. I did buy this also from Atlas. Sorry, I didn't ever say that. I bought these from Atlas Stationer, so I did pay that United States price, but you know, I didn't have to deal with the Hobonichi Japan shipping stuff. So I'm so happy with these. Like I said, I've more than paid for them with my sold Hobonichi stuff. And I got a Weeks. I got this also maybe like September 3rd, 5th, something like that. I've had it for a few days. I've taken it out of the package and repackaged it over and over. I am so happy with this one. And like, I don't think that Sam Plans watches my videos, but when I was watching one of Sam's videos, when she bought this same Weeks, and she bought it twice trying to get a really good one, I think I got a really good one. And like, part of me was like, if I don't keep this, maybe I should reach out to Sam and see if she wants it, because I have the little mushrooms on the front, which she wanted. I'm not like a big mushroom person, but they're cute. This little bird like sitting right under the 2026 is just like perfect. Like it was placed there. The little stump with the book on it, I love that that's right there on the front. And then of course the little bear and the owl and the rabbit, and there's a little squirrel right there at the top. So anyway, it's just, I feel like I got a really good one. So y'all know the Weeks. I'm not gonna like go into it, but it's got that silver printing on it for the date. And yeah, I'm really happy with this. So here's why I got one, is because again, at the start of this month, I was like, okay, I really need a planner, like a physical planner for the rest of the year. And I'm gonna leave this out actually for the moment to take a picture or whatever. But I really need to start using a planner for the rest of the year, which is the same thing that I did last year. And it just occurred to me, like when I was sitting down here, that probably that's because the start of September is when we do Hobonichi season. And so maybe that's when my brain is like, oh yeah, I like planners. I should use my weeks that I already own. Um, and but also, I think the fall just gets busy, and that was when I was like, I just really want, a calendar, like a physical calendar to put all my dates in because I kept thinking, like, what was that? I was like in August. This is not the right time, but I was in August and it was like August 20th. And I thought it was like August 2nd or 3rd. And I even asked someone a question and was like, aren't you getting ready to go on this trip? And she was like, no, I went last week because I legitimately was like, my brain was like 2 or 3 weeks behind. And I think it was just because I was at work and I work in a school and like it just had flown by like the month of August. And so coming into September, I was thinking about like that thing is next weekend. Wait, no, it's not next week. It's 2 weeks from now. But this other thing is next weekend. And so I get to that point and I just want to see it laid out. So I can be like, here is today. Here is what's going on, And so I started using my weeks again. Same thing I did last year. I used it starting in September. And, it's still September. So I'm not going to say at this moment that, yes, I'm going to use it through December, but probably because I've been making some notes in there. I've been making some like Christmas gift lists and, like I've been using it. So, so here we are, which is why I was like, while I'm thinking about it, and I don't know. I don't know. That was why I purchased a weeks. And yes, I could have waited. There would have been weeks available next summer, when I feel like I wanted one. And at that point, I may have just not even bought one. But I am happy with this. I did buy it just from Amazon. So it came like the next day, which of course made me happy. And I really like that Amazon has this official Amazon store sticker for Hobonichi. So you know what you're getting. I mean, I don't know how many people are making fakes of this. I don't know, but anyway, that's kind of nice to know I got it from the official Hobonichi store. So anyway, here is my 2026 Hobonichi haul. The only other thing that I have sort of thought about is I would really like a little piece of the bow and tie galloping horses collection. I did want this week's, like I'm not going to get another, sorry, I'm not going to get another week's with the horses. I think I would maybe like a small drawer pouch. I've been using my drawer pouches a little more, and so that's what I'm thinking about, but I haven't splurged on it just yet. So anyway, there's my Hobonichi haul. Let me know what you think. The A6 Yumi Kitagishi one is very tempting. I think I can resist. I did sell my last year's A6 Yumi Kitagishi cover because it just wasn't my most favorite. Like I liked the little gifts one from the year before better. So I did part with that and was able to make, more than make back my money on it. So anyway, all to say, here we are. I do have some like pen content that I want to make next. I sold a bunch of pens this week. And I still have quite a few for sale. So I will link my Instagram below so you can take a look at what's still available. Part of what is still available are both of the STs in winter white. I need to put them down right now because they are so lovely, and like part of me just does not want to let them go, but I am going to let them go. This is the push button filler. It's such a neat pen. I really, really like the grip on this. It's got a little staining in it from when I inked it, but once you ink it again, you won't be able to see that. And then this is the standard one. Anyway, those. I also have a Bone Crusher Velma that is beautiful. I love my Bone Crusher Velmas, but I have like 5. So every once in a while, I just part with one. Um, that's not my most favorite. I love the sparkles in this one. Um, but I don't love some of the like white swirlies. I don't know, something is kind of funny about them to me. So, but I know someone will love it. Um, Pink Franklin Christoph, Model 66. It's got the like, did I say 8 facets? I did. It's got 4 facets around it. It was a prototype. I really like this one. If it doesn't sell, it'll go back in my pen box and I will use it again. But I'm also going to part with this Leonardo Memento Zero. This is the Nuvola Lilac. I love this color purple. Like, it's really, really pretty. But I just, like, I can let it go. And I have the blue one also for sale. A River City Penco. The one that looks like the, like, weather map that I always say looks like a hurricane. There's a couple others. So you'll be able to see from my Instagram. I do sell them through Instagram. I know that not everyone uses it, but here we are. And once I have sold these, I am deleting Instagram back off my phone. I have not been keeping Instagram on my phone because I waste so much time on it when I have it on there. So anyway, pens for sale, but I want to come back and talk about, I think I might do a like entire pen collection, which I know would be really fun for everyone to kind of see what I've got left and what I've chosen to keep, because I have sold so many pens in the last year and it feels really good. I'm looking at my pen case, right, my pen like drawer system right now, and I have 1, 2 and a half, another half. That's at least 3 empty drawers plus some, because there's some empty spaces that I'm not counting. But like, I've sold so many pens and I feel so good about it. Like, at this exact moment, I can't even think about, like, I can't even remember a lot of the ones that I sold. And none of them are really breaking my heart. Even the ones I can think of. So anyway, I want to talk about that and kind of what has led me to let go of so many pens, and what really kind of got a hold of me last Sunday that made me like pull out a bunch more of my like more precious pens to start letting them go. I'm not going to get rid of everything. I'm still going to be a fountain pen user. Like, I'm still going to have a collection. I'm still going to have probably more than any one person needs, because we can all survive with one, right? But I mean, I'm still going to have some nice things and stuff. So anyway, I think I want to come back and talk about that, but I kind of want to formulate my thoughts and figure out what I want to say and how I want to say it a little bit. But all right, so this has gone way beyond Hobonichi Haul, but here we are, 30 minutes. I'm going to cut that down hopefully a little bit with editing, but thank you for hanging out with me today. Let me know what you think. What's your favorite thing that I got, or your favorite thing that you got? Let me know. And I will talk to you again very soon. Take care, guys. I hope you're getting the fall weather that I'm not getting. And please send some our way. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll talk to you soon.